Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Euro Truck Simulator. Completely off the schedule tonight, but anyway, I thought we'll just hop on quickly and we will do a couple of quick deliveries. So let's have a look at what our options are here. We'll get straight into it, why not? DSV from Copenhagen to Vaxjar, whatever that actually is. DSV, $6,940, $7,000 for this. This is 10. It's going to the same place. Just looking at what we can get. Let's go with this one. A couple of water tanks, pressure tank. There we go, not water, pressure. So let's get into it without further ado. Yeah, it's a little bit late on it this evening. And and actually did think, should I actually wait and do something tomorrow? And I thought, we'll just hop on tonight for a quick delivery. It'll be all right. So might just do 2 deliveries, I reckon. And we usually do about 3, but we'll do, almost drove straight past that. Good morning, Mr. Gold. Good night, good morning. I don't know, time zones. How you doing today? Oh, look, see if we've got the cog here. This means we have some different options. Oh, only different colours for trailer. Right. Flatbed / container. Whatever. We'll go with that. Take the job. 7 a.m. over here. That's too early. You should still be in bed. Because I would be. Let me just make a slight adjustment here to my microphone. Because I'd still be in bed, that's for sure. Yeah, I would have was planning to I was sort of umming and ahhing if I should even bother doing a little stream tonight, because I would have done it earlier, but today we went or when I say we, my brother came over and we went and got some trees, some seedlings for the farm. So we went up there and got some seedlings and got back home and had dinner and swanned about and whatever else. And I was like, I should even bother having a stream today. I was like, we'll do one tomorrow instead. And I thought, sod it. I'll hop on, we'll do a couple of quick deliveries and call it a night. It's about 9 o'clock here at the Mojo in the PMs. But I was thinking, because I thought with the weekend stream, it was sort of alternate between Saturday and Sunday. But now I've sort of come to the decision, could I say, to just stick Saturday nights at like 8:30. And maybe I could just do Wednesdays at the same time as well. So at least at times, there's continuity for the time and continuity for the days. So like Wednesday, Saturday at this time. I think that's probably going to be good moving forward. Brand continuity. That's what it's all about. Also, continuity is just a fun word. People should say it more often. Continuity. But because we went and got trees today, that foiled one of my other plans as well. And that is, I was hoping to go and get some gloves some cycling gloves, because on Monday it was a public holiday here on Monday, so a friend and I went for a bicycle ride, and when I left home, I got my car out of the garage. It said on the dash it was 4 degrees, so I was like, rightio, by the time I get to where I need to go, it's about 20, 30 minute drive. I was like, it won't be 4 degrees, it might be a bit warmer. Anyway, I got to where we were going to do our ride, and it was 1 degree according to my car, so I was like, oh. And then we got riding, and I thought my hands were going to fall off. It was, like, the rest of my body was all right. I had my long sleeves on, my long trousers and whatever else, but my hands were just, so bad. So I was going to go down to the bike shop today and get some gloves, but that didn't happen. So that's going to be tomorrow's job. Go down there, and I think I might ride down there as well, because I'm really close to, I'm about 56 kilometres away from having ridden 1,000 k's this year. So I'm like, ride down to the bike shop and back home, that's about 20 k's. Friday I've got to go into the office, so I'll ride that. That'll be another 20 or so, so it'll be 40, and then on the weekend I can just make up the difference. I love mountain biking. I recently got myself a Cannondale. Ooh, very nice. I shouldn't say I've got a Cannondale, but there is a Cannondale in the garage. I've got a mountain bike. My mountain bike's a Merida, which is pretty decent, and my sister has a Cannondale, but she hasn't ridden it for ages, so I've sort of, assumed ownership of said Cannondale. But the thing with it is it's a lady's bike, so it is a bit smaller than my bike, but it's not, it's a bit more hardcore. Maybe it's like a bit of a trail bike. It's pretty nice. I should probably do a video maybe on just go through the bikes. And I have a Specialized downhill mountain bike, and I have a Cannondale for cross country. Okay. And I have my road bike is a Specialized as well, but I've decided that when I rack up about 5,000 kilometres on it, I'm going to get myself a new bike, because I thought I might go up, we can stay in this lane, might go up to carbon, so I may get a Canyon. They look interesting to me, Canyon, and they seem reasonably decent value. I think mainly like they are online only. Specialized, good with their carbon fiber. Yeah, the S-Works road bikes are pretty delicious, but they're very expensive. I'm not sure. I mean, it's going to take me a little while. Maybe I don't know how. I'm not sure how long it's going to take me to rack up 5,000 k's on my roadie. Halfway through this year, I've done 1,000 nearly. I might be 1,900 by the end of the year, so maybe another 2 year and a bit. I'm not sure, but we'll see. But I sort of thought, I'll get a upgrade to something a bit more roady, a bit more Specialized, gotta say. So I don't know if I'll get another Specialized. Not that there's anything wrong with mine. It's a very good bicycle, but I only bought it because it was on sale, and and that was really the tipping point. I think it was full price. I might have got a Scott instead. Track downhill mountain bike. It's more of a West Coast US. Yeah, right. I would say Treks are very more rocky kind. Like Scotland. Okay. I went and had a look at a Trek, and this might be a hot take, but I would say that Trek are like the Apple of bicycle brands. I'm sure they're very good, but you seem to pay a little bit of a premium. What's going on, Mr. Mr. Matt. Bicycle talk happening here. Myself and Goldie. Yeah, so I don't know, maybe what I might do is when I'm fluffy huffy. Okay. But what I did before when I was getting my road bike, I went round. How many bike shops do we have? 2, 4. Is that it? 5. 6 bicycle shops in town. I went round, well, one of them sort of does mainly mountain bikes, but recently they sell Cannondale, so recently they've actually started doing some road bike stuff, I think. But I went around all the bike shops and I was like, I want to spend about this much. What can I get? Electric assist. I would say no opinion. I've never ridden a bicycle with one, with any electrical assistance. A friend of mine, though, he rides with a group of people, and he was saying that if you have electronic shifting, for road bikes, it makes sense. Yeah, my friend, he was saying that somebody, I think maybe in his group that he rides with, might have electric shifting. I'm not sure, but he was saying that when the battery gets low on the gear setup, or however it works, you cannot change the crank sprocket. You can change the gears on the back on the cassette, but on the front end, on the pedals, on the crank, you cannot change the gear if you need to, if your battery's going or has gone. You have to keep that as it is. But you can change the gears still on the cassette, apparently, which I thought was interesting. Saunders and Rad Rover can't save decent bikes once you go over 40 miles on the battery. Good luck, yeah. £50 bikes. Yeah, right. Not light then. You're going to be dying uphill. Yeah, I bet. I think my road bike, is sort of like it's like a little bit of a gravel bike. It was interesting actually, because when I got it, because it weighs about, when I went and got it, the guy at the shop weighed it for me, and it's about 10.5 kilograms. And my mountain bike is like 15 or something. Anyway, but when I first got it, I was like, this bike's light. It weighs nothing. But now, since I've had it, I haven't ridden my other bikes, but now it's like, this bike's heavy. I want something lighter. So I think like a carbon one, I think I might invest in when I feel the time is appropriate. I've set myself sort of a goal to do like about 5,000 kilometres or so on my current bicycle. So I was like, I'll get $5,000 up cycling Ks, and I think if I've ridden that much and I'm riding like consistently, I think I can justify to myself to spend carbon bike money So, around here, they use delivery services. Okay, yeah, right. Just sort of a city runabout commuter sort of thing. I did think to myself that if I rode to the office or rode to where I work, like, I've thought to myself, if I started riding to work, maybe a electric bicycle could be an interesting option. Because I've thought, if I ride my road bike, when I get there to the office, I've got to have a change of shoes because I have the clips, and I'd have to have some clothes there to swap into, sort of thing. But I thought, I could get an electric bike because it's just a little bit easier. I wouldn't be working as hard, wouldn't be getting all stanky. They've gone down in price a lot. They used to be around $7,000. They can get them for 2.5. Okay, 2.5, still a fair whack a day. Especially American bucks. But yeah, electric bikes and not necessarily aren't that cheap. I remember when I was at school, actually, when I was at school, I was at like TAFE. That's what it is. Anyway, when I was at film school, I'll say that. A couple of years ago, about 5 or so years ago, one of the teachers there was a bit of a cyclist, and he actually built his own bicycle. I think he got all his parts and things off AliExpress, and he put his bicycle together, which I would actually like to build my own bicycle one day. Could be an interesting experiment. Get some black Chinese carbon thing, cheap and nasty. I have the bike shoes. I never really liked them. I would always get you do get used to the bike shoes. I did buy some mountain bike ones, because the mountain bike ones and the road ones are a little bit different. And when I used to ride my mountain bike around, I got some pedals, and I thought, I can get these. I was like, I don't know what they were. I got them off eBay, shoes and pedals for like $100 or something. And I thought to myself, I'll get these cheapy pedals. If they're no good, it doesn't matter. But I can use them to learn, and I can use them to get used to having the clips. And then when I get a road bike, because when you buy a road bike, you don't get pedals. So then I thought, well, when that happens, I don't have to like learn the new bicycle, the handling and whatever of the road bike, and then also have to learn the pedals. That was my headcanon theory. So all those new e-bikes out now. Look. Yeah, the electric bikes do look very good. Indeed. I think, now how fast can my teacher's electric bike go? 30 or 40? But now it's like I can pedal that fast. So oh, we can go. I think one of my local bike shops actually sells Kona mountain bikes. They look pretty good and pretty hardcore going in there too. But it seems like forever ago I ordered off of Amazon a strap so I could put my camera on my helmet. Seems like we're yawning. It seems like forever ago I ordered one of them because I was like, I could strap it on and go for a ride and whatever else. But Ooh, so that could be something a bit fun in the future. Good old Kogan. But I want to get back out on the mountain bike and actually mountain bike, sort of properish, because I would pretty much before just 9 times out of 10 ride it on the road. That's why I was like, probably should get a road bike after a while. Also, it's annoying that I can't fit the bike in my car without having to take the wheel off. So I'm looking at getting a bigger vehicle. Well, not looking at getting a bigger car simply so I can put the bike in without having to take the wheels off, but that's most definitely something I'm wanting from my vehicle. But yeah, just hopefully in the next year or so. Well, actually, sort of a plan was to get a new car or new vehicle this year, so hopefully that still happens. And I can just seat down, toss the bike in, go to a track, go for a ride, chuck the bike in. Because Monday I rode, my friend and I, we went and did 50 Ks, but you get there, get the bike out, got to put the wheel on, you're like, okay, and then after you've ridden 50 Ks, you got to then like disassemble the bike pretty much, and it's just sort of like, I just want to put the bike in the car so I can then just get going, get home, or just so it's loaded. I don't want to be bothered, getting the bike in the car, taking the wheel off and all that jargon, which is annoying. Yeah, got a bike rack. Oh, the bike racks look a little bit. Yeah. I'm done with this. I suppose I could borrow the old man's ute, but if he wants to use it, well, it's like I just want to go biking. I don't want to be bothered with this taking the blasted thing apart situation. And I have to take a tool with me as well, because on the my bike, my Specialized, so it doesn't have some of the bikes have got like a little handle thingy on the axle you can just undo. I'm sure it's a better name for it, but I have to take an Allen key with me, and which is a little bit annoying. So I've got to make sure I have the tool so I can get the bike wheel off, and it's just like after a while we're just like, nah, I don't want to deal with this. I just want to be able to get on, get to wherever, get on, go. When I'm done, get off, go. I tell you what, there's the redneck kids around here, like, do a skid or do a mono, or yeah. And I'm just like, no. Well, actually, my bike on the handlebars, it's got like a bit of a suspension on there, so I can lift up, and the bike won't. The front wheel won't come off the ground, so I can just go, like I've pretended, put some effort in, and the bike would just sort of not really mono, which is like, yep. But I don't want to do I don't want to do a skid or whatever or a wheelie because I don't know really how to do one. I've never done one ever, and also I don't want to risk pranging because of course a bike's not cheap. And because I've got clip-in pedals, well, I can't, if, the proverbial starts to hit the fan, I can't get me feet to ground as quickly as may be required because I'm hooked. I'm tethered to the bicycle. So I'm just like, kid, whatever. You just want to say, tell them to, jog on. But got a bit more tact than that. Thankfully, I suppose. So we're just doing a little bit of a drive here around Vaxjur. So we'll go up here and we'll go into this joint up here on the left, and then we'll stop at DSV there. And I'll have a look at the jobs and we'll take a job. Now just so the map here, as you can see, it's turning green. No, it's not. It's turning yellow. And that just means really we're just sort of discovering the... getting the discovery on the map. It all goes towards that. There's probably an achievement for like driving all of the maps, so... So actually what we might do is we might just stop here. We'll hit escape and we will have a look at the job market. Bike path in my area can go back to City Lyle so I could ride like 10 miles. Right, so we're here. Let's have a look. This one. Also, I think when you're looking at jobs, it's sort of like I wouldn't say important, but to have a look at the euros per kilometre as well, I think it's interesting to look at. So this one here is 7, for delivering this, we would get 7,000 euros, but the price per kilometre is 23. And... here we get 8. It's this price here. We'll get more 8,000 straight up, but the price per kilometre is lower. So it's an interesting thing to look at. See, once we got here. This one is only 3,000, and that price is $23 per k to take this track. And then this here is 7,000, but the price per kilometre is 19. So then this here, this is a $6,000 delivery, and the per kilometre is 25 euros. But because money talks, we'll take this one simply because we're going to get nearly 10,000 for doing that. Heavy cargo. Hopefully the truck can tow. And we're going to Olsztyn, whatever that is. Now, how far is that? 315 Ks. How much fuel do we have on board? There's somewhere I can look. I can't remember where. No. Oh, I don't know. There's some way I can look at how much money per kilometre. Money per kilometre. What am I saying? There's somewhere where I can look to see how much fuel we have, but whatever. Anyway, we'll take this because why not? The truck hopefully should be able to go okay. So let's go. It's about 30 miles. So we're just going to go around here because we can. So we may have to stop for fuel. I'm just trying to think how we can look at this. Let's see what F6 gives us. No, what about F8? F5's the map. What's F1 do for us? That does that. I've completely forgotten how to look to see how much fuel we've got. Anyway, whatever. We'll risk it for the biscuit. And we'll just go around here because we can. That's not how you roundabout either. But this is how we do. Yeah, chilling, laid back, something, yeah. Don't say much is one of a few things you can do. Yeah, well, getting out on your bicycle is good. I've noticed, it's given me a little bit more confidence, actually, recent times to be riding in the city. Even though cars in town don't go fast. But it's been good, actually, because there's been less cars around, and I've been like, is somebody going to squash me? Oh, we've been done for running that red light. Oh, well. We can afford it. Right, where do we... Cool. So we're here to take this. So let's take it. Continue. Cool, excellent, superb, and all that. Alright, let's back up to this bad boy. No, I'm not from Brisbane. I have been there, but that was a long time ago. I live... yep. Naughty words, don't say them. There we go. I live on the island. I'll say that. Now, let's put our blues and twos on. I don't know what I call them blues and twos for, but we'll put the flashes on. I live on the island, so you can interpret that how you will, I suppose. The island state. I'll say that. No, not Sydney or Melbs. I tell you what, Sydney is probably the worst city I've ever been to. Whoa! I tell you what, that's a hot take. But yeah. So we got like a lot of the little mining towns actually around, old mining towns around in my state have done a lot of work and have a lot of mountain bike tracks and things now. There's one that's pretty good. I've never been there, but I've had a world championship. Well, I haven't been to the track. I know where it is. Been to the town a few times. They've had world championships there and everything. So, if you've ever heard of Blue Derby, the Blue Derby mountain bike tracks, I think they are world famous. Which is good because, the little towns, of course, were pretty bustling and pretty big when, the various mines were happening there, tin mines and all that stuff in the day. But when they sort of closed, they've been ghost towns for like 50 years. But, yeah. So we've got all these little good mountain bike tracks around. So it'd be nice to yes. So it'd be nice to one day get the mountain bike out, chuck it in the car without having to dismantle it, go for a drive, couple of hour drive, and go for a burn. Ooh. Okay, yeah, right. Not been to Alice Springs or anything, or the Northern Territory in general, but my sister has a friend who lives in Darwin, and they're a cyclist, and they do races and all this sort of stuff as well. So it's fair to say that they're pretty serious about it. This car should merge, should go. do not know how to merge. It's, you know. That truck's going to let me out. Good. Volvo to Volvo. But my town, I'll tell you, my town has one of the largest chairlifts in the world. So there you go. Or it's the largest in the, southern hemisphere down here. Apparently. Or one of. This is to go about biking. Austria. Yeah, right. Euro, Switzerland and Canada is the best to go about biking. North America. Yeah, right. I would like to visit Canada one day. I'll be honest, I don't really have any particular desire to visit the country that is below Canada. For, I don't know. I don't really know. I couldn't really tell you why. I've just never really had a lust to go there. But Canada seems like it's a nice place. I know it's probably awful, but... And like all the European countries as well. I think Austria and, yeah, Germany, Scandinavia, Denmark, all those places I think would be interesting, nice to go to one day. I've done the United Kingdom, so one day, hopefully, can go back, which would be nice. Also, I mean, I don't know why it's a little bit of a oddity of sorts, I suppose you'd say, but I would really quite like to live in Denmark for reasons of I'm not really sure why. Okay, yeah, I've been Europe twice. I found it pretty boring compared to Australia and Asia. Yeah, right. A bit more, they've got a bit more class, the Euros, I suppose you could probably say. Not been to Asia. I'd consider going to Japan. Not really overly interested, really, I suppose, in travelling into... I mean, it's interesting, you get these you know, places, countries, whatever, and you're like, yeah, I'd go there. And then there's other places where you're just like, nah, no interest at all. Yeah, I'll give you that. You can only see so many old buildings. I mean, when I went to the United Kingdom, it was castle after castle. Like, you do get a bit castled out. And a little bit sick of seeing these massive big churches and things. But, I mean, they are very impressive buildings. Though, so, yeah, you know. But I guess at least they're not all the same. They are, you know, they do have their own look to them as well. But very respectable people in Australia. Yeah, right. Oh, you obviously didn't. Well, if you're only 14, you didn't sample any of the nightlife. Get down the pub. Get on her. It would have been... Well, if you ever visit my town, we might have to go somewhere. What can we do? I don't know. We could go to the Irish pub. She goes off there. And they have live music like every night. And it is a complete fire hazard. Like, really, getting in, like, it's like a squillion people in around the bar, and there's hardly any room. And they've got the band there, and it's ridiculous. Wow. How you going, ping pong? You can't believe you're still awake. It's 3, 4. Just no. You've been to sleep and you've just woken up stupidly early. That's what's happening. Thanks for coming by. Anyway. West Coast. That's like, I don't know, California probably. Sure. California dreamin'. California girls, they're unpredictable. Something, something, something else. In other words, yeah, Texas in the middle. Big old Texas. Whoops. I wonder what like the Australian version of Texas is. Probably Western Australia. I mean, it is the biggest state. But they're probably the mostly removed, though. So they're probably like the Australian version of maybe, I don't know, Alaska. Yeah, probably Perth. I tell you, there's a Perth in my state too. Actually, there's a Perth not that far from where I live, about, I don't know, 25, 30 k's probably. We've got a Perth. I'd love to visit Australia one day. Yes, come and visit. You can stay here. Okay. We may have to negotiate that, but I don't know. What can we do if ever I had a visitor here? What is something we could do? It could probably be actually a good opportunity to do a heap of stuff that I've actually never done. On Project Sunrise, I am oblivious to this, if I'm honest. I'm oblivious to it. I'm an uneducated fool. Qantas's plan. Oh, I'm not sure. I have to call up my mate Alan Joyce. Ah, for non-stop. Interesting. Yeah, that'd be a fair old hook. That is for words. That is for sure. No, well, when I went to London, right. So we had to obviously fly from the island to the mainland. It doesn't take that long. And then we got on our international plane and we flew. I think it was 14 hours from Melbourne, and we flew to Abu Dhabi. It was 14 hours. And I remember we were on the plane and it seemed like we'd been flying forever. And I was like, I'll just see the map to see where we are. And we hadn't even reached Perth. And I was like, okay, I'm cooked already. We've been flying for like, 2 hours or whatever. It seemed like we'd been flying forever. So that was fun. And then when we got to Abu Dhabi, we then changed plane, and I think it was 8 hours then from Abu Dhabi to London Heathrow, which is probably the worst airport I've ever been in. It was clapped out. Yeah, it is getting cold down here. It was. It's been warmer today, but Yeah, on Monday, as I was saying earlier, a friend and I, we went for a bike ride, and when I got my car out of the garage, it said it was 4 degrees Celsius, that is, on the dashboard. And I was like, when I get to where we're going to start riding, it'll be a little bit warmer. But it was actually went down to 1 degree Celsius. So I was like, right. So I legit thought my hands were going to fall off because I was so darn cold. Yes, we do have... Now, there's only one place, I think, here you can go skiing. And I can think of. But yes, we do get snow. Not down too low, but mountains get snow. But I think a couple of years ago, down south, because that's down close to be a bit more closer to the Arctic, I think there was some snow in a bit lower down, like in the cities and things down there, rather than just being exclusive to being on the mountain. I love how people think it's the most amazing thing in the world. So overrated. I hate snow. I mean, when you get feet of it at a time, you're probably like, eh. I mean, it'd be a novelty for me. I'm sure if I was over there in New York or somewhere where you get snow, I'd be like, look at this. Isn't this awesome? And then maybe day 2 will be like, I'm done. Going from Seattle to Hawaii and staying there for a night and then flying to Sydney sounds ideal. Yes, you could have a spell in Honolulu, have a wild night, and then kip on the plane. Actually, I tell you, it's impossible to sleep on a whole long haul flight. I mean, maybe it's not if you spend the big bucks and go into business, but just keep digging, just keep digging. How do you even get engines to run? That would be a real pain in the rear end. I mean, like here you go outside. Well, the other morning went outside, ice on the window, so had to get a bit of warm water and tip on there. It's nice of your company to spend the big bucks for you to get first class. Spicy. Yeah, jet lag. I think it was worse coming back, actually. Coming back home and... because I think we seem to have adjusted to the time zone reasonably okay when we got there. But on the way back, it was a bit of a brain fart sort of situation. It was really, actually, yeah, it was well, at least, I was trying to think what times things were. Anyway, I think it seems like I slept for like a day when we got back. Or, just slept for like a long time. But then you sort of have to try and manage that so you're not sleeping through. We got back here. It was the first flight in, so it was like 6:30, 7 o'clock, I think. So you have to sort of manage yourself to not sleep all day and then be up all night, which was worked out okay. But yeah, getting readjusted is just you have to sort of remind yourself, I can't sleep now because I'll be up all night. So just try and stay up a little bit longer, or have like a little nap sort of thing, and then get up. And then I think maybe we got home. I think it might have been about 10 or 11. I had a sleep, and I might have woken up then at maybe like 3 or 4ish, and then stayed up, and then I might have gone back to bed at like 8 or 9. I'm not sure. It was 3 years ago. I can't remember. What do you want from me? I can't remember these things. But but one thing I tell you was very interesting is when we got back to the airport in Melbourne, is hearing all the people there, the works and whatever, they sounded like really Australian. It sounded like they had accents because we just had 6 weeks or whatever with people speaking, English, but, in England with an English accent, Scotland with their Scottish and Irish, Wales as well, and then we went to Paris for a week, so then people over there, speaking, English, but they had like a French little twang to it, so it was really, really odd when we got back, and everybody was like, yeah, Australia. Never flown before. Interesting, but I can imagine it being the worst experience. It's really crazy how the airline industry got it. Yeah. Well, one of the airlines here pretty much went bust. Yeah, that was really odd getting back, and everybody's like, yeah, grouse. Gives a Vic bitter and all that, and you're like, what? After I spent 4 months in Europe was eat New York pizza. I can't remember what the first thing I did was. I don't know. Oh well. Had to sleep, obviously. But I would most definitely say ping pong. If you're going to, we've never been on a flight, best do a couple of short ones first, obviously, not go like straight in on a major long-haul international flight. I wouldn't advise that at all. I wouldn't advise that. Yes, I agree. It was good to be back. Not that I didn't have a nice time away or anything like that, but yeah, it's just good to be in yo own back Grundy. That is for sure. Right, well, we have 69 Ks to go on this job, so it shouldn't take us too long. Like, it's not like in real time, this. And what's the time? It's about 10 to 10. I reckon we could sneak in we'll do another quick delivery after this one. Why not? Why not, governor? I need to get some fuel as well, so when we get to our delivery area, hopefully we can get some juice in our trucks and la da 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 da. Oh, na da da. Yeah. Whoa. There's people talking in the rest of the house, and I just want to tell them to, cool it. It's annoying. I'm not sure if you can hear it, but I can. I'm like, just, nah. Easy. It'd be great if I had my own place. I wouldn't have to worry about other people making noises. Unless there's a ghost. And the ghost is making noises. That wouldn't be ideal. That wouldn't be ideal at all. Oh, so, Mr. Ping, did you, conversate with that, lass that you were going to go for a little stroll with the other day? What happened there, if you don't mind my inquiring? Or is she like, You're too much of a smooth operator for me. I need somebody who's more, I don't know, rough? No, that doesn't sound right. I was conversating with a lady on a particular dating app. I'll leave it at that. And they work in a lab. So they said they've been doing a lot of COVID tests recently. But I was like, that's interesting. Tell me more about that. Why did you... Ooh. Going for a walk on the beach. Oh, that's classic, that is. And you're going back to later for a sunset. Oh. Oh. You romancer, you. Oh. You gonna have a rose, like, in your mouth? Or was that too soon for that? Might be too soon for that. I just want to ease into things. But walked on the beach. That is... Wow. I'm yours. I'm obviously easily impressed. Oh, the plot thickens. So there's a little bit of corn flour in there to thicken up this water. To thicken up this plot. Make it gloopy. Did she get on one knee? Oh. Yeah. I mean, if I ever make a proposal, I think it's just going to be like, hey, you want to, how about it? Oh. She's been asking advice on how to talk to this guy. Oh, maybe you need to play it cool and be like, bro. I don't know what you call a bro for, but... Oof, friend zone. I tell you what. A little bit over a year ago, there was somebody. Had some feels and I wanted to, express. So one day I saw them and I was like, can I talk to you about something like on this day? And they were like, oh. They were a bit scaredy about it. But I was like, I'll see you then. So the day before, I sent him a message and was like, can I still see you to talk about this thing? And she was like, oh, I think I know what you want to talk about, but I've seen this other guy. And I was like, thanks. I may have been a bit more invested than I thought. I'll just say that. And then earlier this year, sort of late last year, we happened to be at the same place. Like, I went out with some friends and they were there. And said boy wasn't there. And she was like, oh, he doesn't want to come to anything. He's a bit of a goon or, whatever. And I was like, right. Could have this boy. I think, Ping, I'm no love guru, but I think maybe you just need to be like, maybe this guy may have some similar feels. My theory was I wasn't worried. Well, I won't say I wasn't worried, but if I was like, do you want to go out, and they said no, I mean, that was okay. Obviously, I can't make them. But I just wanted to get it out there, really. Even though I was like, they probably know, I just want to say it, sort of thing. So I know that it's, out and about sort of situation. But how did I go? I was really into. Call me old-fashioned. Call me old-fashioned. Yes, I can understand how being more than friends could be. Yeah, I guess I would say I would float this. How good? I mean, do you just know this person, or are you like good friends? Because somebody I know, I've known them. We went to school together. I've known them since I was 5 or 6, really. And I would say we're friends, but we're not like best friends. And this person's a nice young lady, and if they wanted to go out, that's okay. But they don't want to, or whatever. I mean, that doesn't matter. But I guess what I'm trying to sort of get at, if maybe you did get together and it didn't work out, would you be losing just like somebody you know, or would it be you're losing your best friend sort of situation? Maybe that could be something to maybe take into account or to think about. I'm not really sure. But you know what Nelly Furtado says in that song? Actually, no, she doesn't. Well, she goes backwards. She goes lovers to friends. We don't want that. We want friends to lovers in your case. And I would say that a friend of mine, this is interesting, a friend of mine, somebody I met when I was at school, like the later years of school. No, I don't have Discord for this. It's a bit scandalous, isn't it? But, what was I going to say? I'm playing Love Coach, apparently. Just sharing some thoughts. Interesting that, like, a friend of mine, somebody I met at school, like the later years of school, I would say that I'm probably better friends with their partner now than what I am with them, which is bizarre. Yeah, tell me about it. Armchair psychology. Yeah. Don't listen to it. I'm not giving advice. I'm just sharing opinions. Right, let's have another quick job. We need to get some fuel. I tell you that. Where's this? That's going to take us back to where we've just been. I don't really want to go over the river. Wow. Mm-hmm. Yep. Gas it up. Let's do this one here down to Lods. Yeah. You youth being 20. Wait, hold. Wait, whoa. Does that mean you were born in 2000? Because my head may explode. Or were you born in 99? Oh. I don't know why I just made like a huge noise, like I'm relieved all of a sudden, but wow. Just at the cutoff. Yeah. I think if I was to go out with somebody who was you know, maybe like, we'll say 20, I think I would be like, oh, remember that show from 1998? And they'd be like, no. I'm like, I can't do this. We're old gold. And you got no smooth operator ping over here. Is the love guru. Well, sounds like he's having more luck than me, that's for sure. I think maybe, I mean, this is probably really bad advice, but I think you just need to... Yes, take it for a ride in the Mini. Exactly. I mean... Oh, let's take this. Because it just looks stupid. Let's do that. I mean, I shouldn't say it looks stupid, but... that configuration of a trailer looks just a little bit silly. Anyway, we'll do it. That's like what you'd... Oh, actually, no, you wouldn't. I was about to say, oh, it's like what you'd have on a B-double, but you wouldn't. Take it for a ride in a Mini. Yeah, well, you could... Right, here's a thought. Oh. I was about to say you're dehydrated. No, you're delusional. You need to go to bed. Okay, so here's a thought. Go for your little stroll on the beach. And assuming you pick them up, maybe when you're like, oh, can I stroll you to your door? Or when you pull up, be like, got some feels. Just want to get them out there. I think it might be maybe like a not ridiculous idea to do that at the end of the night rather than doing it in the middle when there's like awkwardness maybe. I'm not sure. I mean, but the thing is, those 12-year-olds really having a childhood. Let's just think about that. I need to look to see where I can get some fuel for this truck. I don't want to run out. See, there's no fuel here. How far away is that? Maybe we should go. I don't want... You know what? I think we should drive up here and get some fuel. I don't want to risk running out. I don't want to risk it. So we'll play it safe. So we'll go up here. Almost hitting that cop. But that's okay. So I've noticed is that she has no shame in not being presentable. I mean, like, no makeup, messy. Ah, right. So she is obviously comfortable being around you and all that stuff. Presentable being her word, not mine. Maybe you could be like, you're always presentable. Kiss me. Let me hold you tenderly in my arms. We're just going to slip into Tesco's here, just so that turns bang yellow for us. And then we'll just schmooze up the highway, juice her up. I don't want to risk driving to the other next fuel place. I feel we would run out. So I tell you what, this aimless driving around is probably not helping the fuel situation. But whatever. Presentable being her word, not mine. Yeah, well, you just be like, you always look presentable to me, honey. I mean, it's almost a scandal that all this quality advice I'm apparently giving out. It's almost a scandal that I'm a single boy. Oh, well. Oh, yawns. Whew. I guess if you're comfortable around each other and that sort of stuff, I mean, and maybe you could say to her, if she's like, I don't know how to talk to this boy, maybe you could say, why don't you practice on me and be like, tell me what you want to say. And she'll be like, I don't know why she'd be heavy breathing like that for, but, you know. Right, let's get some Fuel-a-Rooney from the Adjip here. Diesel. Nearly €5 a litre. What a rip! Oh no, $1.15. Why's it got 4.95 on there? I don't know. Ooh. Yeah. Waiting for me to come an affiliate. I mean, that might happen one day. I mean, a future exists, I suppose, so. Let's do... I'm sure this is an illegal maneuver, but we're going to do it anyway because YOLO. And we'll spin around here. And we'll scoot down here. How many followers do I have? I think about 17 last I checked. 17 or 18. So, little ways to go. But I'll get down one day, I suppose. It seems like sometimes people get there really quickly and you're like, I'm better than you. You know, how come? Yeah, ooh. Yeah, every time I end the stream, I get an email, stats. And it's like, oh, look at it. And sometimes you look at it and you're like, oh, geez, that's sad. I think you need an average of like 3 views as well. Need to average. Yeah, you need 50 affiliates. You need to stream for 8 hours, I think. Or was it 3 hours? I don't know. Anyway, there's a particular amount of length you need to stream for, and also days as well. You need to stream on like X amount of different days, which I've done all them. I just need the just need those sub-a-roonies, but oh well. One day I'll become a big cheese streamer. And I'll be like, sorry, future partner, I can't take you out for a romantic walk on the beach because I've got a stream. Oh, I mean, if you think it's worth promoting, Mr. Gold. Don't want you putting your name to substandard products. Right, let's get trucksing. Racking up those Ks. So we've got 280 to go. It was interesting when I was up near the fuel there. It was like 800. It was going to change the route to. And I was like, Like we turned around and weren't like, we'll just go. We'd be driving for years. Anyway, I think we'll do this delivery and we will wrap it up. So it's about 10 past 10. I might have a sandwich after this. Actually, it depends what the bread situation is. Might have a some toast. I don't know. A midnight something. Supper. And then I'll go to bed and I'll be like, wonder how ping pong's going with his romancing. I'm excited about that. I don't know why. It's just exciting. Good. Alright, we're going to swing a lefto. Oh, that'd be good. Just go have a quick commute, grab some Brecco. That'd be great. Have a good one, Goldie. Good night, Mr. Gold. And good night. Well, you want to be well rested, though, I think, Ping. Who knows what's going to happen? Let's play it cool. I'm sure you'll be fine. You'll figure it out. Well, good breakfast, good night, good morning, good whatever it is to everybody, I suppose. Good whatever time of day it is for you. If you're going to sleep, have a good little kippo. If you're going to have breakfast, I hope it's acceptable. How long are we going to be stuck behind this truck for? Maybe I should just blast past. Oh, actually, no. We're going to be a responsible driver. Double whites, so we can't go past now. Alright. Oh, is this truck? Yes, truck's going to turn. Alright, let's gas this. Gasometer this bad boy up. Ooh. Oh. Like, yeah, gotta go. Oof. I feel like that is an absolute move. She's like, so want to slip into my car for some Mario Kart? It's a bad move. Here's a hot take. I think there's yearns. There's yearns about. Yearns on both sides. Amalgamate those yearns. It's a bad move. Yeah, just... I at the point of where it's like a casual sort of shoulder rubbing, you know, that sort of stuff. I would suspect it probably is. Look at us rolling. We've got, 180 odd Ks. I can hear the dog barking. He's like, that is literally how he barks. We reckon he's maybe about 17 or so. We're digging through some old photos. Why is there an aircraft just parked there randomly? Okay. Ooh. Yeah, she was... I wish I had a camera. Falling, inverted commas, over, or lost her footing. She's like, oh, it's not a Disney movie. Or even a romantic comedy. But maybe you could, go for a little bit of a arm around the shoulder. Don't know. If it feels good, do it. But also make sure that I suppose that the thing is, you don't want them to be like, wow. Maybe you could be like, how would you feel if I, put an arm over? She might be like, go for it. What have I done here? I want to get back now into this. I thought this right-hand lane may have peeled off, but no. Not at all. I want to write letters to Ping now about his life experiences. There'll be a spin-off podcast, Ping Who's Talking. What do you reckon could be a fun time? Jeez. Oh, listen to me talk for hours on end. I mean, I don't know if I'm that stimulating. I just say a lot of things that are wrong, but also some things may be right. I had a friend once make a interesting take. They thought I was wise. Like, oh, sounds like I'm 60. Actually, no. 85. Jeez, he's wise. It's like, okay, am I? I don't know. But I would say that I'm a good ponderer, so, with things. Not one to rush in. But sometimes that strategy can backfire. And backfire pretty hard. Which is lousy. Right, I've got to slow this big rig up to 50. Because we've got to get... Whoa! We're going Warsaw. I think there's a speed camera there too. I get it. Oh! I was just about to say, we don't... Whoa, right hard on the mic there. I was just about to say, we don't want to get done for speeding. And that is exactly what happened. Ugh. Anyway, whatever. Our credibility as a driver is gone. Right, what do we got? 100k's left. Oops. Now, the Volve. Let's get going. We'll take a... We're going to go right, and then we're going to go right. Which seems like almost counterintuitive that we're sort of like going the same direction we've just come from, but it is what it is. What it is. What it is. So I don't have any music in the background. Maybe I could, I don't know. Dope was actually talking about music earlier in the background of the stream. Could be something interesting to do at some point. But then I don't want to get stitched up on a copyright strike or anything. So it's tricky to have, I think, to choreograph music so you don't get done for a copyright strike on it. If you think about getting back into streaming, yeah, give it a Guernsey. So what did you stream before? Guitar Hero, playing it like an absolute gun? Or just be like, yeah, we're doing things. Yep. I think for me, like I've sort of gone with the idea of having a little bit of a rotation of games or rotation of things to do. I mean, I don't know. You could argue that why do people come to streams? Do they like? I mean, a hot take. You're probably not here to watch me play Euro Truck Simulator. You're probably here to listen to me waffle on. So I guess really what you're doing is probably, I guess it has some bearing, but probably isn't that all. You're probably here for personality, I suppose. Ooh, start of road toll. Okay. So we're going to get a big old juicy bill at the end of it, I suppose. 89 k's to go, which is good. I'll tell you what, my seat, I'm going to burn it because it is making my bottom uncomfortable. It is an uncomfortable seat. I'm telling you right now. So this road's 110. We're going to do 80 though, which is annoying. It'd be good if we could do 110. But oh well, is what it is, my dear boy. Do a bit of cruising. Let's get over in this right lane. There's a car there, but they'll move. I am glad indeed we filled up, because we probably would have, we would have run out of fuel for sure. I don't know why I've completely forgotten how we can check the fuel on the truck. There is a way we can do it, but brain doesn't remember how that works. Cargo, destination, expected income remains, next rest stop. Whatever. I'll probably rotate between that and Overwatch, Rocket League, golf with your... maybe Minecraft? Yeah, don't know. I noticed on Steam they had, I think Grid is like 70% off, and I was like, oh, I could get that. Because, well, it's on my watch list, and I don't mind the old racing games, so that could be something to add into the rotation at some point. Excuse me. I could have, and that could maybe break up the trucks a little bit. We have like American Truck, Grid, Euro Truck, American Truck, Grid, something like that. I don't know. I think it's always good though. You have to have a couple of games, have a little bit of a rotation. Variety is the spice of life. Maybe this could be a conversation topic with your lady friend. Like, yeah, I'm thinking about getting back into streaming. What do you reckon? And she'd be like, nah. Don't do it. Because you won't have any time for me. Excuse me. Or she might be like, yeah, go for it, pet. I don't know what she'd call you pet for, but... Whoa. So I just clouted into that Armco, but oh well. Oh, come on, let me out. I want to go. See, I'm too preoccupied, obviously, with your romantic life, Ping, and I've crashed the truck. I need to concentrate. For speeding. Excuse me, I'm coughing. Oh, it's a circus. Has that actually done any damage? Whoops, that's the wrong button. F7. Oh no. Trailer 0, cargo 0, trucks at 3. Nah. There we go. No, I don't want that. Oh my goodness. I want F5. It's a disaster. And there's a cop car blocking that lane for reasons. Oh, does this mean we have to go straight ahead? We can't go around the loop? I bet you it does. I will assume that that policeman doesn't want us to go down there, so we will obey that. So it should direct us to get off, I would suspect, here instead, which is exactly what it's doing. Good. At least it's not really adding any distance to our drive. 30 clicks to go. They will be there pretty soon. 37 minutes. Radio. We'll get off here. I can't remember where we're going. We're going somewhere, and we're delivering stuff. Alright, we will... Ooh, excuse me, go up here. Is it a Lods? See, it's got the, I don't know what they're called. I know the two dots is an umlaut, pretty sure. But as for like sort of the apostrophe as it was above the letters, I'm not really sure what that's called. And sort of how that changes the pronunciation. I'm not that educated. Maybe if I went to one of the private schools, may have learnt that. Don't know. Anyway, so now we're in, where are we? Austria? So that would be some spin on German. Quite possibly. Not sure if Austria has like Austrian as a, sort of has their own dialect. I think that they speak German. I'm sure they have a variation, like, of that. Words and things they say that mean other things and whatever else. I mean, like, you know, I speak English, I suppose you could say, very badly, but we have our own words that mean different things. Excellent, cool, exciting, we're here. Wrap it up. Start to wrap it up, I suppose. We're going to go to the big flag. Going to the flag. Lod. Z. They're in our video chat a good bit. Oh. Got it sewn. Well, I shouldn't say you got it sewn up, but... Oh. My goodness. Look at this car. Look at that. Look at that guy. It's a risky move. I could have cleaned him up. In his brown little... You know. Works 95% of the time. That is an acceptably good strike rate there. Good, sir. Alright, cool. Let's go up here. Just watch that trailer so I can get snagged on that Centre Armco. And we're going in here into DHL. Good old DHL. Excuse me. Awesome. Oh, overcooked that. Play it safe. I'm apparently amused that you would have a hotkey that does that particular movement. It seems interesting. We've gone up a level. We're level 9, and so that means we get some extra stuff. We'll do a just-in-time delivery because why not? Cool. Now I just want to drive to just up around the corner where we can park up for a kip. If the truck can get round here, it can. Yeah, I'll do that off screen. Cool, so let's swing a lefto. And let's spin a righto. Whoa. Obviously, I'm an awful driver. I mean, I'm not this bad in real life, thankfully. Ooh. Just cracked your back louder than a bag of chips. Ooh. Or even a bag of chips. Don't know if I'd advise that. Like, really? Could be not that great in the long run, but whatever. Look at this. Sort of okay reverse parking. Straighten up those wheels. Cool. Well, gonna wrap it up, everybody. So thanks for coming along. Thanks, Ping Pong, for coming by. And Goldie as well. I hope his breakfast is good. And hope your little walk on the beach goes well later. Anyway, I'll catch us all Saturday evening. Similar time, it'll be a little bit earlier, about half an hour or so, and we will play Farming Simulator. Yes, we will be playing Farming Simulator, which wash and repeat stuff. So we'll harvest a crop, plant a new one, harvest a crop, plant a new one. You know how it goes. Anyway, I'll catch us all then. So yeah, thanks for coming by. Hope you've enjoyed it. Hope you've got some mild entertainment out of it. Anyway, yeah, toodle pip and all that.